Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Norristown Area High School and tonight's Suburban 1 League basketball action between the Galloping Ghosts of Abington High School and the Eagles from Norristown. My name is Neil Schaefer. I'm joined by Greg Fry, and tonight, Greg, we could see history in the making as Tom McGee and his illustrious career, he goes for win number 300.
An exciting night here at Norristown Area High School. Let's run down the starters for you tonight for the Abington Ghosts, who are 11-4. 15 is Adam Kabanoff, number 22 John Connor, number 30 Ed Moore, number 32 Dave Brooks, number 42 Matt Hosel for Norristown. Number 4 Marcus Green, number 15 Maurice Allen, number 31 Eric Wiggins, number 41 Brad Weldon, number 54 Lee Fowler. So we're getting ready to tap here at Norristown Area High School. What do you look for from Norristown tonight?
Well, I talked to Coach Tom McGee, and he says that they're going to pressure them early and force them to take those outside shots, not letting them into the paint. Abington's entire team coming back from last year, and this is the team that Norristown met in the second round of the district playoffs last year, so these two teams are not strangers.
Everybody knows about the history between these two teams. The tap is up. Abington comes out with it. You go right underneath the number 32, Dave Brooks, and a foul there to start the game. So Abington going right to Brooks underneath. A shot out of there at the beginning. 5 seconds in, a foul on Marcus Green. Moore will inbound underneath, no good. Hosel grabs the rebound, Connor. A steal from Norristown, Allen now. Smart idea to slow things down there. Green in the corner to Weldon. The swing over to Wiggins. Wiggins guarded closely by Connor. Green, the jumper, good. Marcus Green, his first two of the night, and Norristown with a 2-0 lead. Kabanoff. He'll swing it over to Hosel. And the pass goes out of bounds off of John Connor's hands. So first turnover of the night from Abington.
Abington getting a little sloppy there, and you can't do that against Norristown because they're going to take advantage of you then.
And definitely, if you're ever going to pull an upset, this would be one of the best teams to do it against. And it's got to make sure, like you said, no turnovers. Norristown lucky to get the ball back there. Green, the jumper, won't fall for him. Lee Fowler battling in and out of his hands. He gets it again. Back out to Allen, and Norristown will reset. Nice round of applause for Norristown there as they hustle to get that one back. Green underneath the Fowler. No good. Weldon back up, blocked by Hosel. Back to Weldon. Green tried to go underneath, no good. Swings it over to Wiggins, to Green. A little hop step. Fowler, no good. Gets his own rebound. Back up, but he walked. So Norristown with 5-6 chances right there. Couldn't convert on any of them. And Norristown, very uncharacteristic for them. If they get that many chances, usually they finish.
Yeah, but it has to say one thing about them. They definitely are owning the boards down underneath their own basket with 5 or 6 chances at a shot.
Connor now feeds Kabanoff. Moore underneath the Hosel. Easy one inside for number 32, Dave Brooks. Good movement there from Abington, very patient, and Brooks is their go-to guy. He had 20 last night in a 1-point victory over North Penn. Fowler can't grab the ball there, but foul down on this end of the floor. That one's going to go against Fowler. Some good scrappy battles underneath. You know, these two teams played against each other in the league all the time. This is the first year that this is a non-league game. But you know, these two teams do have a history, and they do remember each other.
That's right, and I'll tell you, Matt Hosel and Dave Brooks are really battling under boards, giving Lee Fowler some trouble in there.
Brooks now tried to feed Connor in the corner, but there was Maurice Allen right there. He goes in for 2, no good. That's pretty funny. I said Connor in the corner. Allen puts it up. Nothing going. There must be a lid over the basket tonight for Norristown. Again, another rebound. Fowler, the jumper, no good. Rebound again. Underneath the Weldon. No basket, but he was fouled by Connor. So Norristown, as you said before, dominating on the offensive glass. They just cannot convert already.
Another 5 or 6 shots until they got a good shot off. And Brad Weldon and Eric Wiggins both crashing the boards there for Norristown.
Well, after all that, you'd think Norristown was up. Now they are. Weldon hits the three. They're only up 5-2, but they've possessed the ball for most of the first 3 minutes of this game. Ed Moore now feeds Brooks, and it's good at Dave Brooks. All 4 for Abington tonight. Green long pass to Allen. Allen spins off of Brooks. Tried to feed Fowler, broken up there by Abington. Ed Moore's all by himself. A smart idea to pull it back there. To Connor, flying to the basket, no good, and Fowler with the rebound. Out to Allen. He goes up for the layup, Maurice Allen, a nice head fake there.
There's no stopping that guy. Maurice Allen is the quickest man on the court, and he's showing his speed every time going down the court.
Dave Brooks, another easy 2, and he is dominating on the offensive end for Abington. He has all 6. Norristown's got to try and find an answer for him.
Coach McGee put Wiggins on Brooks, and now it's not really doing much good because he's got all 6 points for Abington.
And a walk there from number 12, Brandon Blakey. We didn't see him check into the game, but he is in for the first time tonight. And a timeout on the floor with 4:22 left in the first quarter, 7-6. Everybody, you can take a breath now.
That's right. Coach McGee calling a 20-second timeout, giving himself and his team a little break, regroup them, tell them what's going wrong. Obviously, they need to make their shots down underneath their basket. They're taking 5 or 6 shots and not getting the points to put up on the board, and that can tire a team out real quick.
It's always a little disheartening when you get that many opportunities. You start to hang your head a little bit, and you say to yourself, you know, what do I have to do to make sure this ball goes in the basket? It's not as if they're shooting 30-foot jumpers. They're getting looks from 8-9 feet.
Yeah, and they have to use the backboard because that's what it's there for.
Wiggins gets called for a travel. He was backing down a new man into the game, number 33, Mike Kelly. Brandon Blakey now to Ed Moore in the corner. They like to run that crossing play to Brooks coming across. A reach in on Norristown there.
Marcus Green committing his 2nd foul. It's not what Coach McGee or the staff wants, is for Green to get in foul trouble. We've only gone halfway through the first quarter, and already Danny Evans is going to take over for Green.
Danny Evans, a pretty good replacement for Marcus Green. Evans, we've seen many times come into the game and provide a spark at that point guard position. Brooks once again having his way, and another foul for Norristown. It's going to be their 4th of the game.
And that's going to be his 2nd foul. Right now we have 2 Eagles with 2 fouls apiece, and I'm sure that is not what Norristown wants.
15, number 15, Adam Kabanoff in for number 30, Ed Moore. Or maybe not.
No, he has to wait for after the 1-on-1.
Coach McGee having it explained to him over on the far sideline. Wondering what exactly is going on, but...
It's a 2-shot foul. He can't come in until after the first one. There's a misunderstanding by both coaches there. Competent staff over there, including Ted Avery, district official.
So now Brooks goes to the line to try and put his team up by 1. First one is good. Now we'll have our substitutions. 15, Adam Kavanaugh in the game for 30, Ed Moore. And number 44, Damian Solomon in for Lee Fowler, who picked up those 2 early fouls.
Usually you would see Jim Edmonds come into the game for Norristown, but he's nursing a sore back tonight. He may see some time, but it will be limited.
Full court pressure here from Abington. Allen now easily over half court. Allen swings it to Wiggins. Back over to Evans. Weldon, the good fake there. Goes strong to the basket, off glass, no good. Solomon the rebound, kicks it out to Allen for 3, no good. Solomon, strong rebound. Ripped away by Dave Brooks, and folks, he is the star for Abington so far in this game. Back to him. No foul there, and Brooks gets it to go.
I don't know if that was offensive or not, but the crowd thought it was, as we have a reach-in foul on Abington.
The foul there on Blakey, number 12. Coach Tom McGee letting the referees know that he is a tiny bit displeased over on the far side.
And he had to watch himself there. We had the PIA seatbelt rule in effect, and McGee was off the bench like a college coach.
So the inbounds now to Allen as Norristown, unfamiliar position right here. They're down by 3. And not in a good position as 2 of their starters are on the bench. Let's see if the bench players for Norristown can get the job done. A push off as Wiggins tried to go back up.
Foul's going to be number 33, Mike Kelly. That'll be his first foul and Abington's 3rd team foul.
Wiggins to Evans. A little hop step. Won't go. Rebound Brooks. Blakey fell down. Wiggins the feed to Allen. He waits.
Could have been a foul.
Won't go. Coming back the other way.
There, Greg. I don't know. You said about 3 or 4 minutes ago there must be a lid on the basket because nothing's falling for Norristown.
Very uncharacteristic game right here. Allen guarding Brooks, trying to at least. A blocking foul on Wiggins. He did not get the feet planted, so that's going to be the first one on Wiggins tonight. 5th team foul. Abington's got to hope that Dave Brooks doesn't get tired, because if he does, this really isn't that good of a team.
No, I think Norristown should be leading by at least 4 or 5 points, and they're struggling to keep even with the Ghosts.
Connor now. Blakey for 3. Won't fall. Good strong rebound there by Eric Wiggins. Wiggins feeds Evans. Evans penetration, but he walked as he was going to the basket. Blakey to Connor in the corner. Jumper from Hosel, no good. Kavanaugh the rebound and he'll back it out. He'll give it back to Blakey. Blakey sets the play, being called by the coaches over on that far sideline. Head coach is Dave Torresani for the Ghosts. Kavanaugh, 3-pointer. Adam Kavanaugh, 3-pointer. 13-7, Abington up by 6, trying to pull off the upset tonight. Wiggins to Allen, and he lost the ball there. Good job of defense there from Norristown. They get the ball back. Wiggins for 3, won't go. Dave Brooks now up court. Brooks the jumper, and it's good. Dave Brooks, 12 points. 15-7. Coach McGee has to be thinking about taking a timeout right now, maybe.
It's only minutes ago. He'll hold it for 1 shot, maybe. No, too much time now, but it's not going to waste a timeout here. Just seems that they're not getting the shots that they want. I see one problem with the Norristown offense right now, as Eric Wiggins puts in a good 15-foot jumper there.
There's a good guy to solve it there for Norristown. Wiggins has really established himself as a scorer on this team. The backdoor feed underneath for Connor, and it's good. John Connor, his first 2 of the night. The Abington fans behind us are very happy with the way their team's performing in this first quarter.
Good crowd on here tonight. Norristown fans packing them in on both sides, and the Abington fans brought quite a number of people over themselves.
It's Norristown probably holding for the last shot here. Allen to Wiggins. We'll back it out to Allen. Allen to Evans. Evans, the jumper. No good. Weldon can't bring it down. Good steal there from Allen. But he can't get it to go. Back the other way, Abington with a chance if they hurry. Brooks to Kavanaugh. A walk there from Kavanaugh, so it's 0.9 left. Norristown will get the ball back. Kavanaugh tried to draw the defender, but he just couldn't do it.
That traveling call saved the Eagles 3 points there as they'll hold the ball. I see 3 things wrong so far, Greg. I see a Norristown team that looks to be a little fatigued, maybe from last night's game. I see a Norristown team that's trying to penetrate inside, but they're running into a lot of Ghosts inside there, and they're not getting through. And I I see two guys sitting on the bench in Lee Fowler and Marcus Green, each with 2 fouls, and that's going to help hurt the Norristown cause. Also, you have to think of Abington, what their mindset is. They have nothing to lose here. They're 11-4, a darn good team in their own respect. They're going to come in here and knock off the Eagles.
Well, Norristown, as we said before, in an unfamiliar position. They're down 17-9 after 8 minutes of play. Last night against Upper Moreland, they jumped out to a 25-8 lead, and we've seen them many times, put teams away in the first quarter here in this gym, something that they just didn't do tonight.
A team we mentioned, though, in the pregame, even before we came on the air, was Souderton. Souderton did the same thing to Norristown. They jumped on top of them, and they didn't let them up for a while. Hopefully here in the second quarter, Norristown can come out with a little more shooting and better shooting underneath the offensive boards.
So Marcus Green will come back onto the court for Norristown. Marcus Green, definitely a smart enough player to realize that he has 2 fouls and that he cannot afford to really, take that gamble, because if he gets that 3rd foul, that could lead to trouble later on in the game.
He usually only has 3 fouls in an entire game. Already he has 2/3 of that underneath his belt.
Allen now looking for Wiggins with inside position. That shot won't go.
Not a high quality shot there. He sort of threw it up, tried to air it over to the front of the basket. That's what a backboard's there for. You got to use that when you're down like this.
He had position, but he never really got open. Brooks, a great move. That is one very aggressive player right there, and he will take you on the dribble. He'll take you in the air. Allen, and one as Hosel did not get over there, did not plant the feet, and Allen will try for the 3-point play.
And that's the Norristown we know that gets in there and waits and then puts up a shot and gets that foul. However, number 32, Dave Brooks, is putting on a show for Abington as he ran the length of the court and scored an easy basket. We seem to have an injury here on Dave Brooks. He looks like he got poked in the eye, so they're going to call a timeout.
Dave Brooks already with 14 points tonight. He is getting back to him. He is one of the most aggressive players we've seen go against this Norristown team this year.
Yeah, Coach.
He goes on the floor, but then he always makes sure that he converts when he gets that chance.
That's right. That's exactly what you have to do, too. That's the sign of a good player. Coach McGee knew it. He said he was going to stick Eric Wiggins on him. I don't think anybody can cover Dave Brooks right now. He's running up and down the court with no problem at all.
I'm going to recognize our referees tonight, Mr. Dave Simononis and Mr. Rick Fairtig.